Hey Taurus, welcome to your general love read. This week we're just free flowing it, okay? I had asked my daughter to pick out cards and she didn't, and I was like, well, Spirit, what should we do? And Spirit was like, just throw shit out there and just go for it. I'm like, okay, but you know, I'm a planner. And Spirit's like, just do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. But I'm still going to pull out cards for the collective and the intention. Because, you know, let's not go completely crazy here, okay? For those of you that are new, welcome. I am an intuitive. And so some of what you see may not be traditional tarot. All right? So just take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Roles can be reversed. If you are still carrying around baggage or you are part of a third-party situation, I could be picking up on their story and not yours. Okay, so just take what feels light as yours. Don't try to bend it like a Beckham, is what they're telling me. Okay. So, let's see what we have here for the collective. Ooh. Interesting. Wow, Taurus. And intention. Okay. Very cool. All right, for the collective. Yeah, whatever you've been waiting to come to fruition, to come to birth, it's here. Because I've got create with birth. Create is got some of that Ace of Wands energy. Okay, it's creating that passion space from within us. But bottom of the deck is also birth. So Spirit's like, listen, oh, and shite. Okay, right below that is spring, which is the rebirth. Okay, so yeah, whatever you've been waiting for, damn boy, it coming, or girl, it coming. Okay, the intention here, you are completing a cycle. Quit trying to control it. Quit trying to control your heart. Quit trying to control your mind. Okay, you are blocking the downloads that are meant for you. Spirit's like, stop already. Okay, we're putting this last piece of the puzzle in, which is your intuitive space. If you block it, let me look at that. See that light coming into the third eye? If you try to control it, you block it. If you block it, look what happens. There's like no defined birthing space. So it's really, really important that you do not try to like get into your like, I am the master controller sort of energy, okay? And it's hard for Taurus. I'm going to tell you right now, like when I do watch other readings, I'm like, come on people, quit putting all the pressure of the Hierophant on Taurus. Like Taurus is the only one that can have that extra special connection. That's a lot of pressure to carry on those shoulders, right? So release that, like shake it off, okay? Let yourself just let whatever is coming in to be birthed, let it come in, okay? It is time. Let your intuitive knowing open up. Don't be afraid of it. A lot of people are really afraid of letting their inner knowing come alive. Don't worry, okay? It's not coming alive to hurt you. Okay, and that's what we're doing over in Patreon. The twice a month journey space that I'm doing, that's what it's about, is learning to, you know, open up to that intuitive space and that guidance. And so far, it's been beautiful. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. Taurus, ooh, love begins. Beautiful. Two hands coming together, holding the one cup. For someone, this could be that you are having a true birth. You've been waiting for a long time for this, right? And you and this person finally get to hold this little cup of love in your hands. But for others, yeah, this is a giant blessing, okay, coming to you with this connection. Yeah, all right. There we have the Emperor. standing strong. But look, the Emperor has that light around their head. So this Emperor is very intuitive and like not afraid of it. Like, boom, like I'm here, I'm powerful, and I'm going to allow the intuition to come into me, because that's how the Emperor aligns with the Empress. Okay, sacral chakra. So there could be still a little bit of a power struggle for you in allowing your passion, okay, that creative energy to come out. And you could be holding on to some inner childhood wounds that you have not worked through. I'm feeling like, oh, like a sharp stab, like right behind my right shoulder blade. So someone could have been hurt there. You know, maybe something, for some reason I'm getting like someone could have been burned on their back. If that was you, wow, pain, because I had a hand that was severely burned. And I know how much pain that was, recovering from that. But, oh, shivers. They're saying it's, someone is carrying all of this burden, okay? And it's burden that you've been carrying for a long, long time. Like whatever it was from your childhood that you feel like you need to carry the burden for, maybe it was you that set a fire or something. No, you need to release that, okay? You need to heal that space and reclaim that inner child from that fear. All right. Yeah, divine timing here. Okay, this is your destiny. And the only way to find that destiny, right, is if we turn it over and you look here. Okay, there is this energy of your inner selves, okay, looking in and just allowing that heart space. Okay, and as well on the top, allowing that intuition. All right, you can't make this shit up. Like Spirit, when they are reconfirming information, it is because they want to make sure that you are really listening to the information. Bottom of the deck, we've got the crown chakra, being open to those downloads. And here we've got your spiritual strength. Your heart space, okay, holds you up. Your spiritual strength is what's keeping you afloat. So it's about honoring that space and not fearing it. So I want to look a little closer here at, okay, the Emperor here within this new beginning, because it almost seems a little conflictive. Yeah, you may feel like you've gotten bored waiting for this to happen. Okay, and Spirit's saying, no, get back in the game here, okay? For some of you, you're waiting for recognition, okay? That you've been carrying this burden. Like you want someone to see, look at how strong I am. I carried this burden forever. Well, at what cost? Like Spirit's like, I'm recognizing you right now. What was the cost? What was the payout of carrying this burden all of this time? Like I'm feeling it in my sacral right now for you. Like that's not a reward. Okay. Yeah. When you release that burden, that is when things shift. Okay, that is when your spiritual prosperity, your material prosperity, that abundance, it shifts. That's when the birth happens. That's when the creation happens. Okay, is understanding that, you know, if you have a child or if you had a child and they started a fire, would you blame them? Would you like make them for the rest of their life wear a scarlet letter being like, I was the fire starter? No. Okay, so it's important that you talk to your inner child and release them from that burden. Okay, whatever this burden is, it may not be a fire, but there's something, okay, because I'm feeling the pressure on that intuitive space. There's something there. And it could be causing you headaches because you're trying to block that intuition. Okay, it is your destiny to, okay, step up, to go from the 6 to the 7, to triumph over this, right? And there you go, to get that reward, to get that happiness. Okay, but bottom of the deck, it's also the shadow work that you need to do. So, okay, let's go ahead and do some clarifying here. Okay. Okay, you may have been bored, okay, because there's a third party intertwined in all of this. And with the 4 of Cups here, there's been a fear of rejection, but as well, like it's you can look but don't touch sort of energy. This is a divine partnership, but you are just tired of waiting. Okay, there's a lot of sexual tension here, and you could be watching this person from afar or them you. Okay, you may feel like this path, you know, cannot come forward. And it is locked down, it is guarded, but that's because in the past there was toxicity within this. And so that was really important to happen. Yeah, there's my card for being at a distance, but there is equal, like, knowing and equal love and equal desire for this, but there's something that keeps you like towing the line, all right, staying on that path. Bottom of the deck is telling you to have patience. Okay, communication will come in at divine timing, and that's when, all right, the Ace of Cups will come forward. So let's look at this 3 of Cups. Okay, yeah, you've been watching this person, or they've been watching you, waiting for the work to be done, for someone to come back around. Okay. Yeah, right, this is the 10 of Cups here, but it's forbidden. So someone's been working on themselves. Perhaps there is like a work partnership here. But no matter how much you seem to work on yourself, you still seem to feel this energy of, you know, not having that triumph, not getting that abundance. The block here is the war within yourself about the path not taken. Yeah, but you feel like you couldn't see the path forward. 2 of Swords and 7 of Cups. You feel like there was no path forward. Like you couldn't see where you were going here. Okay, crossing energy of Page of Cups in reverse, where perhaps there was a lot unspoken and you didn't know how to say it. They didn't know how to say it. Yeah, there's the deception. So there was not the communication that needed to happen here. But it also shows me this Emperor, okay, has the ability in this situation to kind of like traverse time. And you have the Eagle bringing you this message so that you can see what you didn't see before and understand the timing and allow, okay, that patience, that temperance, allow for that to take place. But they're also telling me that as a caution to not try to control that time configuration, because you can, and there are some of you that will. Okay, and by doing that, you're not completing the cycle. You're not completing this that needs to be completed if you do truly want the strength in this connection. Okay, so Queen of Swords. Whoever's watching the Queen of Swords is watching from a distance, because the Queen is very cutting and could have cut you off in the past. And if that's the third party, you're like terrified, like, no, I can't even look at this third party, because the Queen of Swords will, cut them off, the Emperor. Okay, but Five of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords. Okay, you're working through this, and you're starting to understand that there's more ways to go about this than you thought. In the past, there was just a lot of fear holding you down, but you're getting creative, okay? See, look at that King of Swords, getting creative. Yeah, the Hierophant. Okay, there is this darkness within either this connection or what you hold in yourself as far as when you think of this eternal connection. There could be, for some of you, not all of you, there could be a very religious overtone where no, we do not separate. And so no matter how bad the situation is, you may feel like you cannot escape. But there is darkness, like maybe your parents couldn't separate and they were in a horrifyingly bad relationship. And you were taught things that you should not have learned out of their situation. All right, so we've got, again, the Four of Cups. You've got to take your mind trying to control things out of this, because it's what's keeping you from accepting or giving of love. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, again, if you are nervous about approaching this person, perhaps because of this war games that you're playing in your head. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, this is going to really age me, but there was a movie called War Games when I was a teenager. And in this movie, there was this computer that was going to end the world. And it does turn out that it's just a game, okay? And then they think it's real, but it's just a game, and they do end it and all of that. But you could be afraid, okay, of your next move. But maybe you're taking it too literal. Maybe you're taking it too serious. And that's that fear, that war games in your head. Because you know the direction that you want to go, which is a leap of faith into these emotions. But that is scary. And yeah, here you stand, Page of Swords, on this island, okay, which keeps getting smaller. You're watching this person, you're watching for a sign, you're listening for something, like, oh, is someone coming to watch me while I'm looking on my computer here? There's all this fear, but you can't stand on this little island forever. Eventually, you're going to have to get into those emotions, right? Oh, they want me to look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Three of Cups again. Okay, and it's standing on top of this blossom above all of those emotions. And they're saying it's going to turn into a hurricane at some point. Okay, you can only balance for so long before all of those fragmented pieces come together. Because that's what you're doing here, right? With this temperance, this patience, everything's slowly being put in. And when you get intuitive, that last piece will go in. Okay, and that's what you're waiting for here. Yeah, all right. The intuition is the final piece. Once you have the intuition, you can see that she's creating her next move. Once you have the intuition, you have that next move, and that's really weird. I don't know if you can see that, but they're really showcasing to me like that for a minute there, she was like kind of bound. So they were showing me almost like the 8 of Swords on top of her. But as soon as you have that intuition, you will know where you're going. And we have the balance, the justice. If you are in a marriage, it could be an ending, okay, with the 6 of Wands, seeing where your true home is. And it's up here in the clouds where you've been envisioning it, but not allowing yourself to envision it. Yeah, okay. Time is running out on whatever you have considered to be home in the past. And your inner child may be scared as shit, all right, about taking that leap forward. Really not wanting to end things. Really not wanting to move forward. Terrified of taking the soul path. Okay, that is the Tower. That fear of taking the soul path, it's like the parent, right? Oh no, now the baby's coming. Here's the fear. Okay, it's been this beautiful thing and loving on the belly and everything, and all of a sudden, boom, parenthood. Okay, there's the fear, and you don't know how things are going to turn out, and you don't know what your child's going to really be like, and you don't know what kind of parent you're going to be, and then boom, here it comes. All right, and you're afraid, and that's all right. But let yourself let go of it, because in the birthing process, somehow it's going to happen. And there will be a process and an ending of some sorts. And we're 0 bits in control of any of that process. Okay, we can only just be in it and be through it, and then start from wherever this new beginning is, whatever it may be. Okay, so let's get a couple of cards from the universe here. Yeah, there is that Ace of Wands, that new beginning, and there is a little bit of sadness, but you see where it is? The intuition, okay? That opens up your knowing of where you are meant to be. And you've gone down this long road, this long journey, but along the way you've had these little like aha moments, these little flashes that have told you where you've really tuned into intuition and you've listened that you're on the right path. Okay. And Spirit's telling me that whatever you have thought about family is going to change, but it's going to change for the better. Okay. This 10 of Pentacles here, it's a beautiful energy where, you know, it's funny because even though I see this as being the Queen and King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles only has this little tiny pentacle in their hand, and the Queen has these 2 giant pentacles. Okay? But it doesn't matter because the King has the dog and they both have the child, and the child is standing on a pentacle, which means stability. Okay, so wherever you're going with this, there is a beautiful stability happening. So just allow yourself, again, to get into the emotions, to release the idealism of what you have thought in the past, and see where the universe is taking you on this birthing process. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. All right. Yeah, you've been doing what you thought you had to do all along, the honoring path. And your intention is, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. It's kind of like that carrying the burden. I'm doing what I have to do. I'm doing what I have to do. But that's not really your path. That's what somebody else has laid out for you. That's not your soul's path. That's perhaps what you've created as a life path. But if you go back and look at the soul path readings that I did, where I was kind of looking at soul versus life, okay, it's about getting the life aligned with what the soul's desires are. All right. This is my favorite card in this deck. You get the dragon, Gaia's gateway. Access Earth's inner wisdom. Access the high priestess. Okay, access Pachamama. Okay, through all time, space, and dimensions, the earth goddess, all right, is offering you up this ring. Okay, the dragon almost never has emotions, but this dragon, tapped into intuition, okay, has the wedding ring, has the acknowledgement, the awareness of love. This is the only dragon that I have in any of my decks where I see all four elements. Okay, it's beautiful energy that you are moving towards here. Okay, so I'm going to move to the extended. I'm going to leave you a little sneak peek. I'm going to look at your lessons. I'm going to look at this person's intentions. I'm going to see what Spirit wants to guide you in a little more traditional layout, and see where all of this is going, what Spirit wants to share even more. So the link is down below for Patreon, where that's the community where I do the Monday through Friday current energies as well. You also get all of the extendeds and the twice monthly Sacred Circle that I'm doing on Zoom. It's an integrated Zoom event. These are also available on Vimeo. They're a little slower to get uploaded. I'm still trying to figure out that process to make it more seamless, but the extended on Patreon is available the second this hits live. It's also there. All right. So I hope that helps you. I hope you enjoy the sneak peek, and much love, guys, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Okay, Taurus, let's look at what your lessons are in all of this. Okay. What are you learning here? Vision. Third eye. You are creating the idea of what you desire in the situation. I am pushing the connection into the mind and not bringing it into reality. So instead of using intuition, you're using ego. Okay. So let's see. I want to know, do I want that? No, I do want this. Okay. What is this person's intention? Okay, for you. And then we'll look at maybe the past or the current person, whatever that energy is. What's up with that you're carrying around? Okay, so but this new energy that we're seeing, okay, what's their intention, their true intention in this? Clarity, triumph, okay, cutting through the BS so that instead of just getting the download, the crown chakra, they're like, I want the intuitive stuff. I want the knowing. okay, of all of this. And there's my divine partnership card, okay? Balance. They want the balance of this coming full circle, okay? Coming into being, which is a very, very beautiful energy, right?